Good morning. Hi, guys. Welcome. So, we are going to get straight into it today. So, if you want to take your time to start to find somewhere comfortable to begin to get settled, whether you want to be seated, lying down, using any props to support you. Sometimes, if you do want to be seated, it can be really nice. I don't really have anything I can lean on here, but if you've got a wall to like to lean yourself onto can be lovely. Wally at the minute has just found a bauble that he's chasing around, so he may or may not be a feature with his bauble today, but we'll treat him with compassion if he does. Okay, so once you found where you'd like to be, deciding if it feels best to have the eyes softening and a soft gaze or closing them down today. And then just taking any little movements, any little wriggles that are going to allow you to start to settle. We're all really, really different, but often movement is a really wonderful way to invite us towards perhaps stiller states of being, almost exactly like what we're doing in the yoga asana, the physical yoga practice. Is we're engaging in movement to allow us to experiment with these, states of a little more softness, states of a little more stillness. So if you find as you are moving around and getting settled that keeping movement within your posture is going to be really helpful, then keep that with you. So however you might be settling, just beginning to give yourself a little bit of time to start to land in your space today. Just starting to soften your edges. Finding the earth or the ground beneath you. Just slowly and gently beginning to arrive. Now, for many of us, the breath is going to be a really, really wonderful way to keep collecting presence, feeling, and focus. So we're going to begin to start to play with that connection with the breath now. You can start by just noticing where the breath is at. It's always a tricky one to do. And then when you feel ready, if you feel ready, you can start just to gently deepen it. Again, some days that will be a simple thing to do, and other days it will feel a little different. It might be a little more challenging. Either one of those things is okay. Just giving ourselves the space to notice that as we begin. I'm going to leave the mental practice quite open today. I'm having a day where I feel a little more wordless, and so for me practice will probably just be time to explore and time to feel. And so I want to honor that and then also give you that same space. Let this be totally yours, just to simply explore, to feel, to breathe. Of course, if there is an intention you're working with or something you'd like to bring in, you're more than welcome to. And then from where you are, we're going to begin with a nice deep sigh today. Big inhaling through the nose. And a full sigh out. Now, if that felt good, you might take a couple more. Really letting it go. One more at your own pace. and the end of the exhale, letting the chin drop to the chest. And then just slowly beginning to invite the body into a little bit of movement. So if you practice regularly with me, or you practiced with me before, you might be familiar with a lot of the time when we drop the head, then we start to just take gentle neck rolls. I'm still going to offer that out today, but then if you'd like to, I want to invite you to explore just any other movements that might follow around the body. So if the shoulders, other parts of the spine, or the arms want to start to get involved, there is really never any right or wrong to the movement. But just beginning to have a little explore, welcoming yourself in today. Now, if you have taken a pattern of movement where it feels like you have in any direction, it can often be really nice to see what it would feel like to explore that back the other way. When you feel ready, coming back towards stillness, towards neutral. Or inhale, sweep up the arms, look up to the thumbs. Then we're going to make our way straight to a tabletop today. So take your time, whether it's rolling over the knees or taking them out to the side, starting to make your way to have the hands about shoulder distance apart, knees, hips distance. We're going to drop the hips towards the heels to come to a child's pose variation. We're going to tent up onto the fingertips today. Inhale, press to the fingertips, look to the hands. Exhale, ripple it back down, chin to chest. 2 more like that. Inhaling to ripple up. Exhaling to soften. Maybe wiggle the fingertips just another millimeter away. You can experiment with them a little wider too. Now we're going to stay up on the fingertips. As you inhale, start to ripple forward, coming towards a tabletop, and take some movement here today. So this can be a really nice way to warm into the hands and into the forearms. Create a feeling like you're almost trying to scrunch your fingertips together, that really strong gripping motion. 2 more breaths to move freely around the spine. And then when you're ready, we'll place the palms down. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the toes. Begin to lift up the hips to come towards downward facing dog. As always, taking your time just to start to notice, to get settled. Breathing into what you can feel. Letting the chin drop down to the chest, lengthen the back of the neck. Again, finding the ground under the feet, under the hands. Then we're going to inhale, lift up the right leg. Today we're going to exhale, take the knee straight towards the nose, press the ground away. 1 more like that. Inhale high. Then we're going to go straight into a twist today. Exhale, right knee towards left elbow. Inhale it back high. We're going to go back for that twist to go for our fallen triangle pose or rock star pose. So we're twisting. Then we're going to extend that right leg. Pivot onto the back foot as we peel up the left arm. Big breath in here. Exhale it down. Taking the feet back together. You can go downward facing dog, or maybe a couple moments in child's pose or tabletop. 1 more breath. And then we'll meet back. Downward facing dog for the second side. Let's inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose and dome. Inhale, the leg back high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Start to extend the leg, peeling up the right arm. Inhale, think hips to ceiling. Exhale, we circle it down. Take the feet back together, down dog. Let's inhale, ripple forwards to a plank. And exhale, lowering the whole way down to the ground. Drawing the elbows in. Inhale, cobra, grip fingertips, shoulders back. Exhale, hips to heels. Child's pose. A little bit of movement here if that feels good. We'll meet back in a tabletop position. And from here, we're going to keep working this kind of twisting motif. I'm just going to take off my jumper. Okay, so we're going to play with a little bit of core work here. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can have the knees down on the ground. We're going to be mimicking something similar to what we just did, right to right, right to left. Or you can have the knees gently floating. We kind of nickname this one beast pose. Wherever you are, you think about pressing into the ground so it feels like the back's rounding a little bit. So let's inhale, prepare. Exhale, right to right. Inhale. Exhale, right to left. Drop the knees, cat-cow. Exhale. And then we go second side. Knees can be up or down, totally your choice. Inhaling, prepare. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Knees drop if they're not there already. Another cat-cow. Now we're going to keep opening the chest and coming into a puppy pose. So walking the hands a little further forwards in front of you, encouraging the forehead, the chin or the chest down to the ground. And again, we're going to ripple today. So pressing through the hands to inhale, lift. Exhaling to encourage the chest back down. Being gentle with the body. Just starting to breathe into it. Last inhale. Exhale. Slowly making your way back to your tabletop. You can transition from a tabletop or a downward facing dog. So we start to make our way to the top of the mat. Walking, stepping or jumping. We're going to meet in a forward fold. Inhale to lift up the chest when you get there. Exhale to fold. Chin to chest. One more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go the whole way up the standing. Press down through your feet. Lift up your hands. Look up to the thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Hands down through prayer. 2 breaths here. Draw it in. If a sigh feels helpful, letting out a sigh. 1 more breath in totally your own way. Hands can fall down if they're not there already. See what feels best in the feet today. Together, hips distance, maybe wider. Let's inhale, sweep up the arms, look up to the thumbs. As you exhale, little bend in the knees, forward fold, chin drops down towards the chest. Inhale, half lift. Now this might be a nice place to start to use blocks or a block substitute. Exhale to fold. I'm going to take hands to ground or blocks. So we peel the weight to the left leg to lift the right leg up and back. Warrior 3 variation, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, dome the spine. 1 more just like that. Inhale. If you'd like to, this time bend both the knees. 1 more in your own way. Inhale. Exhale. Now we step the right foot to the back of the mat. We take the right knee down, low lunge. Inhale, we're going to sweep up the arms. Exhale, we're going to hold. Inhale. Exhale, side bend, left hand extends down. Inhale, fingertips back up. Switch sides, exhale, right hand down. Inhale, up. Last time, left hand down, pause. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Tuck the back toe, and then we're going to think of tucking the pelvis under as we straighten that front leg, and maybe see if you could press the front big toe down. Then we're going to shift that. Inhale forward, so it's kind of like a reverse splits, a half splits hybrid. Inhale lifts the chest. Exhale, Tuck the pelvis. Think of kind of leaning back, leaning back, leaning back. Inhale. Last one there. Sound effects are always welcome. Sometimes unavoidable. Inhale back through center. And then exhale, we're going to take hands back to the ground or back to your blocks as we come back forward the way we came, lifting up the right leg. And then we're going to cross the feet today. So step the right foot behind the left. Forward fold variation. Inhale, lifts the chest. Exhale, fold it down. 2 breaths there. You can ripple or stay folded. One more there. Okay, now we're going to extend this out towards a half moon. So left hand and left block are going to come in front of the left foot, maybe slightly to the side. Right hand to your hip as we slowly work on peeling the leg up and open. Opening the body towards the longer edge of your mat. One more breath. Bending that left knee, let's place the right foot down. Reverse triangle, right hand to the leg, left arm up. One more breath, opening the side body. And then we're going to go for our regular triangle, Utthita Trikonasana. Left hand extends forwards, and then it can either start to come down to your thigh, the calf, maybe a block or the ground. But we're thinking about pressing down equally through both feet and trying to reach tall through this right hand. One more breath here. Any tension in the neck, feel free to look down to the ground or move your head position. One more breath. And then we're going to slowly start to pivot on the back foot, come up towards a crescent lunge. Now you can keep this as it is, or you can always widen your stance a little bit, maybe even take a little longer, see what feels good in the hips today. And then we're going to mimic that little sequence on the ground. So inhaling up to crescent lunge, dropping that right hip flex low. Then as we exhale, we're going to straighten that front leg, bend the right knee, think hips forwards, dome the spine. 2 more like that. Inhale to open. Exhale. 1 more like that. Exhale. Last warrior 3 variation. This time we're going to sweep forward. You can take hands back to blocks, or maybe they stay lifted. They can be at prayer, they can be wide for balance, but thinking of a little lift at the chest. Let's go 1 more breath. And then slowly we're going to bring the knees towards one another. Reach the right hand back towards your right foot. We're going to go dancer's pose. Everyone's shoulder's different to where they feel best. Mine tends to feel best when my hand is on the big toe side of the foot. So first, tuck the pelvis under, open up the quad again, inhale. Then as you exhale, start to kick the foot to your hand. If you happen to have something right in front of you, it can often be nice for some balance. And then maybe you're peppering it off, or you had it off the whole time. Just go for 1 more breath here. And then feet to the ground. Ah, lovely, lovely. Take any movements, any wiggles, any sighs that will be helpful. And then we'll start to find our second side. So we're going to inhale, sweep up the arms. And then exhale down to fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, folding maybe just a little deeper. Feel free to keep the knees bent, but think about like you're trying to look up to your belly button. Inhale, we're going to take hands to ground or hands to blocks. And then this time it'll be the left leg that sweeps back. Warrior 3 variation. Exhale, we take knee to nose and we dome the spine. Now you can keep it like that, inhaling for length. Or maybe you bend both the knees. If you wanted to fire it up even more, see if you could take it with the hands lifted. Now from where you are, inhale long. We're going to step the left leg to the back of the mat, drop the left knee down, and we make our way to our lunge variation. So getting nice and set up here, Then inhale, sweep up the arms. We start with our side bends. Exhale, right hand down to the ground. Inhaling it back up. Exhaling it down. Left hand, inhale up. Exhale down. This time we're going to inhale, hold. Exhale. Then we're going to prepare for that little forwards and back sequence. So we inhale here. Then as you exhale, trying to keep the right big toe grounded as we tuck the pelvis under. Think of leaning back, doming the spine. Oh, yeah. Inhale back up. Tricky one for balance too. Exhale, dome. Inhale. Last time we exhale. Now we're going to inhale forwards. Again, feel free to take your blocks as we start to come forwards the way we came. Warrior 3 or Warrior 3 variation. Then we're going to step the left foot behind the right. Inhale, lifts the chest. Exhale, folds. 2 more breaths in your own way, whether you want to ripple or enjoy the breath in a little more of a static place. Okay, now we're opening out to half moon. So right hand to block by your right foot, left hand to hip or the ceiling. So we start to swing it up and open. Maybe you start to look to the ceiling if the balance is there. One more breath. Then starting to place that left foot halfway down the back of the mat. Reverse warrior, left hand to the leg. Reverse triangle, right arm to the ceiling. Press through the big toes again. Open up the side body. Inhale. Exhale, Utthita Trikonasana. Peeling that right arm forward, lengthen both sides of the body as we start to take it down. Could be on the thigh, the calf, a block, or the ground. Peeling that left fingertips up, pressing through both big toes. 2 more breaths. And then this time, start to bend your front knee. We peel it up to crescent lunge. You might stay here, you might lengthen or widen your stance. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press through that front big toe, dome the spine. Think chin to chest lengthen. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Now coming back the way you came, Warrior 3 variation or Warrior 3. 1 more breath. And then this time we're taking the knees towards one another and we're working towards our dancer's pose. Again, I'm going to take my hand to the big toe side of the foot, but see what feels best for you. Take an inhale here to prepare. First, tuck the pelvis under. As you exhale, we're going to kick the foot to the hand. Open it up. 1 more breath. Slowly release. Feet to the ground. Let's shrug the shoulders up. Sigh it out. Okay, we're going to inhale the arms up, look up. Exhale, interlace the hands. Point the first finger up, inhale. Exhale, peeling it up and over towards the left-hand side. Now you can stay here, or we're going to step the right foot behind. See if you can find just a little bit more extension from this right side of the body. There's going to be a couple options for this next bit. You can stay here if this feels nice. If you'd like to, you can kind of extend it out too. Twisted chair variation. Pressing through the right forearm, left arm to the ceiling. Or if you like to arm balance, we can take this towards a Kundinasana variation. What that would look like is we're going to start to mimic this shape on the ground. Hands come to the ground, landing onto that left elbow. Seeing if you can peel up the legs. Maybe both go to straight, the Vipada. Go back the way you came. Inhale, lift it up. We're all gonna meet, both feet together, keep heeling to the left. One more inhale. Bend both the knees, circle it round. Meeting in forward fold, inhale, half lift. Feel free to sigh. Whole way to standing. Same second side. Interlace the hands, lift it up. Exhale to the right. Might feel good, you might stay here, enjoy the sensations. The other options we have, we can step the foot behind, maybe there's just a little bit more space. We can work that twisted chair variation, so left forearm goes down to the thigh, opening it up. Or again, if you're arm balancing, hands to the ground, bending the elbows to land the body onto it. Inhale. If you're going Dvipada, feet together, and then back the way you came. We all meet, arms peeling to the right, both feet on the ground. Inhale, and then exhale. Take a little bit of movement there. Okay, and then we're going to open ourselves up to the long edge of the mat. So just extending the foot out that makes sense to have you facing your screen or the space you have. So we'll interlace hands back behind us. Inhale, lifts up the chest. And then exhaling to forward fold. Letting the chin drop down towards the chest. Arms can reach up and over. Again, if movement's going to be helpful, you can take movement. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. One more like that. This time as you exhale, release your hands, reaching them down towards the ground. Feel free to take blocks if you like. Fingertips can reach to blocks. And then we're going to work a little bit more of a twist from here. Right hand's going to reach its way down towards your left foot, the ground or the ankle. Bending the left knee. Inhale, peels up the right arm. Press through the outer edge of your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the leg. See if you could peel round a little deeper. Left hand can go around the back and then straighten both the arms. Think top of the head forwards. Exhale, unravel. Hands to blocks or the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Second side, we're going to start to take left forearm down towards the thigh, right arm up towards the ceiling. Bend the right knee, maybe it's on the ankle, lift the chest. One more breath here. Then starting to straighten the legs, straighten both arms, think top of the head forwards. Right hand can go around your back. One more breath. And unravel. Inhale, lifts the chest. Exhale, folds. Whole way back to standing. Press down through your feet, lift up hands, lift up gaze, look up to the thumbs. Exhale, hands down through prayer. Now we have a few options for this next round. If you're a keen headstander, you can headstand. You can stay in your forward fold. I'll give a rippling motion. Or we're going to work some weight into the forearms for anyone that would like to. So we're going to inhale, sweep up. Exhale to fold. If you know where you're going in your headstand and you want to go for it, feel free. If you're with me, we'll just take blocks out to the side so they're out the way. If you want to stay rippling, we'll go fingertips to the ground. Inhale. But as you exhale, you're thinking about peeling the hands towards your ankles. Maybe even starting to walk the hand a little further through the legs. You can stay there, or we can see if we can start to take the forearms down to the ground. So it can be nice to take them a little further forwards, seeing if you can start to place it down. And then we'll like little rocks. I like to take a mudra here where I interlace my thumbs. Just a habit I have. I think it feels really nice. Some people like to interlace their hands or have the hands shoulder distance. But we're going to inhale onto tiptoes. Think about taking weight to the shoulders. Exhale back. And we're going to flow that a couple times. So you inhale. Exhale forward. Inhale. Exhale, keep rolling shoulders forwards, 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 forwards. And what can start to happen is we keep going forwards. We see if the feet could start to lift. And wow. Might have tricked ourselves into a little bit of an arm balance. Who knows? One more breath here. Wherever you are, feet to the ground if they were lifted. Whole way back up to upright. And then we'll take the feet back together, top of the mat. Let's take a few breaths in standing. Find the ground beneath us again. So just finding what feels best in the feet today. Lifting the head. Gently tucking the chin. Let's inhale here. Sigh it out. Inhale, sweep up the arms up to the thumbs. Then we're going to exhale down to fold. Inhale, we lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to the ground. We're going to step right foot back and the right knee down. And we're going to go for a lizard variation. So taking that left foot out a little wider as we drop the right knee down. Going to inhale, sweep up and over, dropping the hips. There's an option to stay here, opening the chest. You can play with peeling the back leg, or you can play with a bind. We'll go for one more breath here today. Releasing any twists. We're now going to bring both hands to the ground inside of the left foot. And we'll be in our more traditional lizard shape. So we can have the hands down. We can work hands or forearms to blocks. Or maybe them to the ground. Forearms to the ground. Just 2 more breaths where you are. And when you're ready, making your way back to the hands. If you had your blocks, taking them out to the side. We're going to take this left hand to the outside of the foot. Now, it doesn't have to stay on the foot. I'll show you where we're going to go. Take that right foot to the side. And we're thinking about sweeping the left leg up and back to come up towards this chest opener. So if you didn't keep your hand on the foot, what that would look like is extending the leg back, bending it up. We can open, or again, hand can come back to little toe side of the foot. Sorry, big toe side of the foot. Just like in dances. Go for one more breath there. Exhale, release. Knees to the ground. Hands under shoulders. Inhale, opens the chest. Exhale to round. Just one more at your own pace there. Exhaling to round. Now we're going to bring the right foot forwards, take that on second side, so dig it out nice and wide. You can heel toe that foot out as we start to drop down the hips. Now it might feel good to stay here. You can work on your twist, opening the chest, maybe right hand back, or there's those same options, peeling up the back foot. 2 breaths in your variation. Slowly unraveling, both hands to the ground on the inside of your right foot. Lizard pose. We might be on the hands. There might be more sensation or different sensation we can explore by playing with levels. Slowly releasing. You can take any props out to the side. Now same transition. Left foot goes out to the side. Right leg's going to swing back. Taking the right hand towards the big toe side of the foot. Opening up the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it round. Meet back in tabletop. Going to inhale, open up the chest. Exhale to round. Now we're going to take ourselves nice and simple to seated today. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop my hips back, woo, roll all the way back. Not all knees love that, so just take yourself to seated any way that makes sense for you. We'll take soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale to fold. Now you're welcome to keep this rippling within the pose. Inhale to lift the chest gently. Exhale to soften it down. Or just allowing the breath to be the movement in the body. One more here. take a seated twist today. So starting to peel up the right leg. Going to take it over the left. So you can stay here if you like. You can extend that left leg, see what feels best. We're going to inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, we twist towards the right shoulder. Any arm variations that work for you. Now, you're more than welcome to switch over your legs, or if it's kind of a slightly hilarious transition, you can take or try if you like. Both arms are going to come over to the other side of the body, then we press down, and we keep walking round, 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 round. You keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Whoa. Maybe just a second side. We'll meet there however you get there. Left sole of the foot to the ground. Left hand comes back behind you, inhaling. Exhale to twist towards that left shoulder. Inhaling for length. Exhaling to rotate. One more there. And when you're ready, it'll be both feet forwards in front of you. I'm going to set us up for a restorative chest opener. So what we're going to do is we're going to take blocks, pillows, block substitutes. You can have a little look and then see what will work for you with what you have at home. We're going to take a block. Oh yeah. I'm not explaining it, I'm just enjoying it. We're going to take a block, sort of just use your words, just sort of on the end of the shoulder blades, this kind of middle flatty bit, and then block number 2 is going to be for the head. So placing that, might take a little bit of wiggling around. Everyone's heads are different shapes. Finding somewhere that the head can rest. Might be pillows. Just take a little bit of time to find somewhere if you feel like you can find some opening into the front of the body, but also just gently supporting the head. Hands can be wide. Feet can stay as they are. You can extend them long. I'm going to take active rest today, touching the knees onto one another, feet go wide. Then a couple breaths here. Feeling that rhythm of breath. Breathing into the space you might have created in the body so far today. Breathing in to the time, the dedication, the care you put into your practice. You put into taking care of the body day by day. Now, this might feel heaven and you might be like, I never want to move, I'll stay here forever. You can do that if you like, put me on pause. If you're not going to put me on pause, we're going to release out the outer hips. So slowly begin to lift yourself off. Take any blocks, props out to the side and take the knees into the chest. Give yourself a lovely squeeze. Any movements that feel good. And then we're going to make a figure 4 shape. Left sole of the foot to the ground, right knee goes out to the side. You can stay here. You can work on peeling the legs towards the chest. See what sensation feels the best for you today. 2 breaths. When you're ready to switch, giving yourself a little squeeze and switching sides. Whether the foot stays grounded or if you're peeling the legs towards the chest. 2 steady breaths with what's there. Then once you've finished your round here, we're going to be making our way to our final pose, our Shavasana of choice. So as always, take a little bit of time for you, any movements, last shapes that'll be helpful you want to make. Feel free to do your thing. If there's anything you normally like to get set up for your Shavasana, turning any lights down, grabbing layers or props, take a little bit of time there. you found where you'd like to be. Invitation as always to welcome in a couple final sighs, signifying this release of the physical practice. So know if at any point it's going to be more helpful for you to move, grab a layer, grab a prop. This is your time to be restful with the body. So take what you need to take care. This practice has this kind of core of compassion within it. So give yourself whatever it might need to be to just keep finding these little elements of softness, these different ways we can keep taking care. We'll spend just around another minute here. When you feel ready, you can gently start to deepen the breath again. Just noticing what deepening the breath might do. If it might bring you a little bit more back to the body. And then when you decide that you feel ready, you can feel free just to start to explore any little movements that might start to welcome you back. Whether it's the fingers, the toes, maybe moving in a more organic fashion, exploratory fashion. When you decide you feel ready, that could become stretches, could become more movement, or taking the hands onto the body, find that body-to-body contact. Take all the time you need, any movements you like. But when you do feel ready, we're going to meet in a seat today to close our practice down. So if there was a wall you wanted to lean back onto, or props that will be helpful for when you get there, feel free to take some time, get yourself nice and set up. Once you've found where you'd like to be, lifting the top of the head, softening the shoulders, and gently lifting the center of the chest. Take an inhale here. Exhale to bow the head. Bowing with a genuine reverence, a genuine thanks towards yourself. Bowing to this time that you put aside to care for the body, care for the mind, come into your practice. Bowing to the body in the way it supports you. And then honouring this fabulous, fabulous ancient practice itself. Take a final inhale. Hands can come to prayer if they're not there already. As you exhale, perhaps gently bowing, taking your time to close your practice down. Thank you so much, gorgeous things. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Anything you need, let me know. And if you want to come on retreat, I've got one in Spain, April, May time, and then one in England, August time. If you haven't got the email already, let me know, because there's £50 off for the one in England that I'd love to give you. All right, guys, lots and lots of love. Hopefully see you soon.